The US Congress is sounding the alarm. The next big threat from China could be robot dogs armed with assault rifles. This might sound like a silly line, but there's nothing amusing about this new threat. This technology is about to revolutionize urban warfare in terrifying ways. The conflict in Ukraine has already shown how unmanned vehicles can change the game, with cheap, simple machines destroying modern main battle tanks and warships worth millions. Now, China aims to bring that same disruptive power to urban battlefields, where infantry has traditionally held the upper hand against vehicles and aircraft. It's not just the technology itself that's raising eyebrows, it's how China is deploying it. To navigate the narrow, winding, debris-strewn streets of war-torn cities, the People's Liberation Army has unveiled quadrupedal robots. Mechanical beasts that move with an eerie grace, carrying assault rifles on their backs. Footage of these robotic war dogs in action is spreading like wildfire across the internet. Viewers are describing them as the harbingers of a war against the machines, and they're not alone in their fears. The US is taking these images seriously, warning that these machines represent more than just a technological gimmick. They could be the future of urban combat. Thanks to viral videos of Boston Dynamics' nimble and graceful machines, most people are at least mildly familiar with quadrupedal robots. These robots, known for walking, running, and maintaining balance even when kicked, have captivated audiences worldwide. Boston Dynamics has spent almost 2 decades perfecting these responsive robots, showcasing the advantages of four-legged mobility over wheels or tracks in navigating treacherous terrain. However, they're not the only ones recognizing this potential. In stark contrast to Boston Dynamics' iconic robots like Spot, which are designed for non-combat applications, China's recent dog-like machines are engineered specifically for warfare. On May 25, 2024, state-run CCTV released a video showing a 110-pound quadrupedal robot carrying and firing an automatic rifle. A spokesman for the Chinese military stated that this robot, capable of performing many tasks autonomously, could, quote, serve as a new member in our urban combat operations. Witnessing the success of air and naval drones in modern warfare, the integration of these quadrupedal robots is a logical step for military superpowers like China. These robots offer enhanced mobility and versatility in challenging terrains, outmaneuvering their wheeled and tracked counterparts and marking a significant evolution in urban combat technology. Having 4 legs allows these machines to be fast, stable, and nimble, while also keeping a shallow profile, which makes them much more challenging to target on a battlefield, especially an urban one, where cars, debris, and structures will give natural cover to an approaching war dog. The video broke the internet and reached the US Congress, sparking a heated debate over the annual Defense Authorization Bill. House lawmakers inserted language in the massive military policy measure to mandate a new assessment from the Defense Department on the threat of rifle-toting robot dogs used by China in potential future conflicts. Drone warfare is not new to the US military, which has experimented with robot dogs for reconnaissance and support roles for years. The genuine concern is the advanced state of China's quadrupedal dogs and their active arming, creating a scenario where these robots could be shooting at American soldiers in the near future. This has prompted American lawmakers to allocate a budget specifically to address this new threat. The fact that no chamber members objected to the amendment highlights how seriously the US is taking this new Chinese technology and emphasizes the seriousness of the situation. Rapid advancements in military robotics have been seen in recent years, with countries like the US and China at the forefront. The US military has invested heavily in drone technology, with expenditures in the billions. For instance, in 2020 alone, the Defense Department allocated over $7.5 billion to drone research and development, reflecting the growing importance of unmanned systems in modern warfare. Despite these investments, the appearance of armed Chinese robot dogs has introduced an element of urgency to the discussion, highlighting a potential gap in US military preparedness. Still, this isn't America's first rodeo with military robot dogs. The US has developed its own walking drones for years. The US Army, for instance, has tested robotic dogs like the Vision 60, designed by Ghost Robotics, which have been employed in various operational scenarios, from patrolling to reconnaissance missions. However, China's reveal suggests that these mechanical dogs might soon be clashing on the battlefield, ushering in a new era of robotic warfare. In the last 5 years, the US military has taken the bold step of incorporating Asylum robot dogs as sensor platforms and extra eyes and ears for troops. Developed by Asylum, a new player in the military's robot dog ecosystem, these dogs are competing with those created by Ghost Robotics and Boston Dynamics. Operated by Naval Special Warfare Command, the Air Force has used these four-legged robots since 2020, when Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida began testing Ghost Robotics Vision 60 QUGVs. Equipped with electro-optical, acoustic, and other sensors, they enhance American troops' situational awareness by infiltrating enemy territory and sending back crucial information before operations commence. Peter Singer, an author from the New America Foundation, projects that robot dogs, quote, are going to become used more and more in spaces where you really need legs to operate, a combination of being able to go across rugged terrain and navigate through a human-designed world. Beyond surveillance, these robot dogs have been part of more complex operations. In 2020, during an exercise at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, the QUGVs provided real-time targeting data through the Air Force's Advanced Battle Management System. As Singer noted, the robot dog serves platforms for sensors and effectors that gather information and make changes in the environment, whether it's picking something up or targeting. Robot dogs are now used for perimeter security and augmenting ISTAR capabilities in global hotspots. At Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota, QUGVs replace warfighters and military dogs in certain situations, allowing airmen to respond to CBRN threats without risking their lives. In explosive ordnance disposal, or EOD missions, Ghost Robotics partnered with Zero Point to safely equip QUGVs with disruptors to handle explosives, offering better mobility and capability than traditional tracked and wheeled robots. However, China is playing an entirely different game by arming the robot dogs, which could have dire consequences. The US will have to respond to this new threat, as the implications of armed quadrupedal robots on the battlefield are profound. The armed robo-dogs were captured on video during a massive military exercise between Cambodian and Chinese soldiers. With Beijing's expanding influence in Southeast Asia, the United States is concerned that Cambodia is becoming increasingly reliant on China for military assistance. China has invested billions in Cambodia, prompting worries in Washington about Beijing extending its regional influence through an upgraded naval facility in Cambodia on the Gulf of Thailand. At a remote training facility in central Kampong Chhnang province, and at sea off Prey Sihanouk province, about 2,000 troops, including 760 Chinese military personnel, participated in the maneuvers. The Golden Dragon exercise, a 15-day affair, included live fire drills, anti-terrorism exercises, and humanitarian rescue operations. It showcased 14 warships, 2 helicopters, and 69 armored vehicles and tanks. However, the real showstoppers were the robo-dogs, robots with 4 legs and automatic guns attached. These robo-dogs, a fascinating technological display, unveiled the frightening state of China's military robotics. The 2-minute video showed how these robot dogs could walk, jump, lay down, and reverse directions while under the control of a remote operator. In one training scenario, a rifle-firing robot led an army unit into a mock building. The video's latter half featured an automatic weapon mounted on a 6-rotor aerial drone, further demonstrating what the footage calls China's, quote, variety of intelligent unmanned equipment. By arming its quadrupedal robots, China has taken a bold step toward incorporating autonomous systems directly into combat situations. This development raises ethical and strategic questions about the future of warfare and the prospect of these robots fighting on the front lines. Their autonomous operating capabilities and ability to navigate complex terrains pose a daunting threat to conventional military strategies reliant on human soldiers. The dynamics of urban combat could shift significantly if China deploys armed robot dogs. China's relentless push towards advanced military robotics signals its intention to leverage technology to bolster its power. Given China's geopolitical ambitions, this is particularly alarming in light of its strategic investments in Southeast Asia. An arms race in military robots could erupt if other countries follow China's lead, potentially destabilizing global military balances and bringing about unexpected changes in how wars are fought.